Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Locrine and we are getting close to the end, but there's still some significant monologues that happen before we're going to get there. Today we're going to get to hear from Estrild in Act 5, Scene 5. Now this act started out with a war is coming, a war is coming. We had the ghost of Corineus being like, you know, it's a dark and stormy night and things are not going to go well for Locrine. But then Locrine and his crew came out on one side and Gwendolen and her crew came out on the other side, and there was a little bit of smack talk between them, and then they left and the alarm sound and they came back, and there's maybe a little dumb show of fighting, but there's not a lot mentioned in the stage directions. But it does say that Locrine's side sort of falls back and then everybody leaves and Locrine and Estrild come back out amazed together. And Locrine yesterday decided that rather than be taken captive and be brought back to his homeland as a prisoner of Gwendolen and Thrasymachus, he would rather die. So he did. He said farewell to everybody and then he ran himself through with his own sword. And after he has done that, it's just Estrild now on the stage, and she says, "Break heart with sobs and grievous suspires. Stream forth, you tears, from forth my watery eyes. Help me to mourn for warlike Locrine's death. Pour down your tears, you watery regions, for mighty Locrine is bereft of life. O fickle fortune! O unstable world! What else are all things that this globe contains but a confused chaos of mishaps? Wherein, as a glass, we plainly see that all our life is but a tragedy. Since mighty kings are subject to mishap." Aye, mighty kings are subject to mishap. "Since martial Locrine is bereft of life, shall Estrild live then after Locrine's death? Shall love of life bar her from Locrine's sword? Oh no. This sword that hath bereft his life shall now deprive me of my fleeting soul. Strengthen these hands, O my Jupiter, that I may end my woeful misery. Locrine, I come. Locrine, I follow thee." And then she kills herself too. So this is her mourning his loss, being upset about it. And I think that it's kind of interesting that we get to see this, because we didn't really get to see their relationship develop. He fell in love with her and she sort of begrudgingly agreed to marry him, even though he had killed her previous husband, or so she thought. Humber wasn't actually dead yet. But then he kept her in this jeweled cave and visited her over the course of 7 years. So it's interesting to see that she is actually so distraught over his death that she cries for him. She decides that she doesn't want to live without him. So I guess as a character as an actor playing this character, you could decide, like, did she actually fall in love with him over the course of those 7 years? Or is this more of a fear, what's going to happen to me without him? Like, who else am I going to be passed to now at this point thing? But she mourns him, and she says that a lot of this was mistakes and happenstance, and she decides that no, she would rather not live without him. She would not like to see what's going to come next, and she kills herself as well. At which point more alarms sound, and then the daughter of Estrild and Locrine comes in and sees the two of them, and she's going to have a monologue tomorrow. Brace yourself. I'll see you then. Mwah.